on the channel. I'm Mike, and this channel is here to help you with your English class, whatever if you're teaching ELA or ESL, offline or online. Warm up. Phonics game for your class, and it's right now.
3 stars, team 2, winner!
We need to control.
Happy Halloween!
Hello, guys. On the ESL live stream, and believe me, is not easy because I am not at home. The countryside in China because it's the mid autumn festival. Wish you all a happy holiday. If you're in China, you should be on holiday. So I'm in the countryside. I've been working the whole day in the fields with my father-in-law. Man, that was awesome. It's good to do something else. Thank you so much for being here today. Today we're gonna have a live uh, where we're gonna be helping you with your class. If you get any whatever the question, even if you want to say a little hello, you can say a little hello in the chat. Let me know. Let us know because Stu is going to be here. We're going to welcome here in a moment. First, I wanted to talk a little bit with you. You can just say where you guys are from, and hope you are all fine. So yeah, today we are in October 1st, and it's going to be a special month because uh, we gonna have, last week we had a awesome webinar with that was all about uh, sorry, I was checking some stuff. Yeah, that was an awesome webinar about lesson plan. I hope you thank you so much for all of you for joining that webinar last week. This month webinar, we're gonna have a webinar with Koala Go, which is a game changer for online teacher. And even if you want to become an independent teacher, you want to teach online, you want to share you want to have your own students, no boss, you are the boss with Koala Go. It's really awesome. I want to have uh, I'm just going to show you a little what you can do with Koala Go, and then we will come and then we will welcome Stu from TEFL Lemon.
Hello, my name is Teacher Emily. Welcome to Leadership Club. Awesome. Today we're going to talk about what it means to be a good leader. Okay, Meadow, can you read this one for me?
Okay, it says communication skills can be described in all aspects and areas of our lives.
Yeah. Okay, I want you to speak confidently because you're teaching us. So stand tall. You have the stage. We are listening.
You change your clothes and then you brush your teeth.
Awesome. Let's give her a round of applause. Good job, Noelle. I will roll the dice first.
6.
Good. What is number 6? Let's try to read it out loud.
Kind.
Yes, good job. All right, so your tone of voice is kind. And Noelle is really serious. You have 30 seconds to try to get the apple from Faith. Noelle, are you ready? Go.
To know a little bit more, you can see that you have kids can have a real 3D environment. You can have your classroom like, a first person view or third person view. It's there are so many things to do with Koala Go. Just go and check them out. I will give you more informations. Uh, they are Mike's ESL partner, so you can check out. I'm just gonna send you the link into the description right now. It's a little bit slow today, maybe. I don't know if you guys can feel it. I'm sure you can feel it because, okay, hello everyone. Catalina Lopez, LITS. Okay, we get Stu who's saying hello everyone. Let me see. I'm trying because it's a bit slow. I'm in deep countryside in China. Um, so let's go on and welcome Stu from TEFL Lemon. Here we go. Stu, welcome.
Hey,
Thank you for being here, mate.
Can everybody hear me clearly before I begin? Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, no problem for me this time.
Can anybody in the chat box just let me know if you can hear me perfectly? That would be very, very helpful.
Exactly. That would be really cool. How are you doing?
I'm going okay. I've had a bit of a disaster, Mike. I'm staying in London for the weekend, and my computer headphones, they need an adapter to go into my Mac, and I left my adapter in Brighton, and so I went this morning to the shop to buy an adapter, and I left it on the bus. So I'm
things
on my
happen,
phone. Yeah,
and
but
that's what's sorry.
Oh, good. Someone's saying they can hear me okay. Can everyone else
Yeah.
on the chat, if you can hear me perfectly, please. Oh, thank you. I don't feel like a rock star today, but yeah, let me know if you're having problems hearing me, and we'll have to deal with that then. But no, I'm going okay. And happy holidays, Mike. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Drew. Yeah, everything is all right. That's awesome. StreamYard for that, it's cool because you can, if you can do it on your laptop or desktop, you can just use your phone and it works perfectly, apparently.
Yeah, what I was worried about was I would be talking, and then there was 1 or 2 seconds while it went into the internet somewhere, and then when it come back out of my phone, my mic picked it back up, and it got this reverb going on. But apparently it's going okay, so all is good. No gremlins today.
That's awesome. So if you guys have questions, I can see we can say a little bit hello in the chat. I can see some early birds. We had a very early birds. Who's that? Oh no, left. We get someone who was saying a little hello. You can leave your questions if you need help with your class, whatever, if it's classroom management or if you need help, just ask your question. Feel free. Don't be shy. We're here to help you. Hello
And
from Romania. Your videos are of a great of help. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Yes,
welcome.
too.
And that's the thing, we all of us are teachers here. I'm a teacher, Mike, you're a teachers. Everybody on this live are all teachers, and we all the biggest resource that any teachers can have is each other, by networking and supporting each other, asking questions, seeking answers and stuff. And this is what makes our profession. I'm proud to be a teacher, and one of the reasons I'm proud to be a teacher is that we're all here to help each other and to lean on each other and support each other. So if there's any, today's live is about classroom management and how to make your classes better, sharing experiences. So yeah, any questions or any problems that anyone's had in the last week or whatever, let us know. Let's talk about it. Let's share it and then discuss it, and together we can feel good.
Exactly. We got Catalina Lopez. Hello. ITS. Okay. Me. Catalina from Bogota, Colombia. Welcome. Yes. Okay, she said yeah. Okay, everybody can hear. No
So
problem.
Mike, how much time do you get off before you have to go back to school?
Oh, I'll be back to school in like we're gonna go back to school on a Saturday.
Oh,
And we're gonna be working Saturday and Sunday, and
yeah.
then the whole week after. So it's gonna be a 7 days in a row. But you
Ooh.
know that.
Yeah, I know all about that. I know all about that. In
Yeah.
case, well, I see there's already quite a few people that aren't teachers in China. You get like your holidays off, and to make up for the joy of getting a holiday, when you come back you have to work more days. It's always a
That's
double
true.
blow. Yeah, it's always a double blow.
Exactly. That's true. Yeah. So yeah, that was a very interesting webinar last time. We've been talking about lesson plan. Maybe some of you missed it. So if you, last time we've been talking about a very important lesson plan, which was ESA, right?
Yeah, so we in the last we did a webinar for anyone that missed it last week, and it was great. We were talking about lesson planning, the different ways that you can structure your lesson plan, different approaches. some ways work better for others, some ways work better for different classes, and the pros and cons of each one. And it was it was a super interesting webinar. We covered a lot, you know, different things you could think about, tips and tricks, how you can use your lesson plan to, you know, basically be the backbone of what you're doing, and also make your life easier. And yeah, it went really, really well, Mike.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then you got to know that this webinar, the replay is still on. The replay of this webinar is still on. You can go on mikeshomesl.com, mikeshomesl.com. You can see the webinar. You can still see the webinar right there. I'm going to show you, because I know that some of you might be wondering about I was talking about ESA. Let's show you a little video about what is ESA, what was the webinar about, and you can think of a question to ask for to us. Thanks, guys. Check out that.
These
ESA.
are some ways teachers can support
Lesson
the
plan
PPP
strategy.
model. Next, we will consider ESA, engage, study, and activate. ESA is similar to PPP in many ways. It is a way of ordering instruction or showing the way instruction will be handled. First, the goal is to engage the students, get them interested. Next, the students need to study the topic, learn it, and practice it. And third, the students activate their learning by continuing to practice and engage in activities that help them to use and remember the language. Do you see overlapping patterns with PPP? Notice how some presenting may occur during warm-up in the engage phase, and presentation or presenting also occurs during the study phase as the teacher introduces the new language to the students. Practice occurs during the study phase as well, so students can build their skills and abilities, but practice activities also help students to activate learning. Students continue to activate their new knowledge and skills during the produce stage of PPP. Although the two methodologies, PPP and ESA, overlap instructional phases, the underlying emphasis of ESA is to promote student interest and engagement in all phases. ABC Time curriculum promotes this by providing activities that are designed to be interesting and help students stay focused on learning. Warm-up activities, which may include watching and discussing a video that introduces a topic, or listening to an audio file, discussing an interesting picture, or engaging in some kind of introductory activity, like this one for more advanced students. The complete lesson for this warm-up teaches a science topic on being clean and healthy. Before introducing new vocabulary like bacteria and germs, the teacher does a warm-up activity, like this one, and students are asked to match pictures of dirty things or people to the word dirty, and pictures of clean things or people to the word clean. To engage students further, the teacher can ask questions to get students' opinions, like, do you like being dirty? Or when you get dirty, what do you do to clean up? Teachers can promote the underlying principles of the ESA model by considering ways to keep students' attention and interest. For example, teachers can give students trophies throughout the class to reward good work and effort. At the end of class, teachers can promote students' good work and effort by displaying students' screens on podiums to show how well students did and to assign medals for good participation, speaking, listening, and other performance. Throughout the class, teachers should plan lesson activities to help students stay engaged. For example, while one student is doing something on the class page or the board, other students may be asked to write on paper or perform actions, so all students have something to do while the one completes something on the class page. Students' interest and motivation is also affected by correction methods. It is important to consider ways to correct students in a way that encourages them to keep trying. And one way to do this is to simply repeat something that has been said incorrectly. Let the student hear it again and then move on. Finally, while trophies can be used to reward students for correct answers, they can also be used to award students for effort. Awarding students for effort helps them to realize they will not be penalized if they say or do something incorrectly, and often knowing that encourages them to continue participating without risk. Frequent praise is one of the best ways to keep students motivated.
So that's one strategy that you can use in your class, very useful, because you keep your students engaged in your lesson. If you got questions about it, you feel free. I can see, feel free to ask. I can see one question from, I think she was, Catalina from Colombia. I'm teaching English in preschool, but I need to improve my speaking. So I love to play in class with my students and learn a lot of vocabulary and songs. Yeah, that's a way. Of course, if you practice, you're playing and practicing is going to be fine. But if that's a good way as well. But better to try to, if you want to improve your speaking, you might start by practicing listening as well. I mean, listening is very important when you learn a language.
Yeah,
Right now,
do you know what? I'm just
TPR.
going to
Yeah.
go out. I'm just going to go outside because there's 3 dogs where I am, and one of them is very, very fat, and he's just sleeping behind me, and he's snoring his head off.
But that's fine
So,
because we can hear him.
you can hear.
No, we can't. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just I'm muted. But no, Catalina, you bring up a really good point there. Just the way that you from your question, it seems that you're really into like student engagement. These are young preschool kids that are obviously having a great time in your class. They're learning songs, they're singing songs. There's probably lots of movement in your class. They're loving it. They're engaging. They're learning vocabulary. And from this engagement, you're fostering a community feel. I'm very, very much into building community for your classroom, and what this will do for your language acquisition of your kids, because they're going to love coming to your classes. They're going to run home. They're going to tell their mums and dads the new words that they've learned. They're going to be excited. They're going to come back the next day to your class. And just by setting that atmosphere in your class and focusing on that without you meaning to, will have a huge benefit on their speaking, because they're going to be motivated. And because of that motivation, language learning will literally double or even treble. They're going to learn so much more language than if you didn't set that kind of atmosphere in your class. So you're doing the right thing. Absolutely.
Thank you, Stu. I'm still here. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, very, very good.
It,
I love that kind of atmosphere and that kind of class. I cannot speak enough about how teachers should just try to do that, especially in the young learner class.
true. Young learners, like she said, she is now studying about ESL and TPRs, so she can improve her class. And that's it. Yes, TPR for means total physical response. So it's based on movements, actions for the kids to guess. Instead of saying apple, you can say, "What am I eating?" And then doing action is very funny when you don't have cards. When you don't have flashcards, I mean, in the class, you can, not for all the words obviously, but for kindergartens, it's very useful. You use your body, you mimic as well, and
Yeah,
it's
lots of miming. Using your body, using
miming. Yeah,
gestures, and it models what your point. Through very, very good modeling, very clear modeling, even young children can work out what you mean. So, you know, like Mike, yeah, like you say, if you've got no flashcards, but you've got the apple in your hand, this pretend apple, you take this big bite out of it, the students will remember seeing that. It's very clear to them, and it will help with learning and being able to recall that word much further down the line through good use of TPR.
Exactly. What is that?
Yay!
That peel banana.
Yeah.
Yes, Lena here with the questions from on Facebook. Thank you very much, Lena, for your question. Really appreciate you. Do you think teacher needs to continuous training ESL or CELTA to improve himself or herself to special way is enough, or his special way is enough? Eh, I mean, you still want to learn as a teacher. You're, I mean, I don't like when I don't learn stuff. When I'm in a school, I've changed so many schools because I always felt that in these schools, it was always the same thing. It was mm, I wouldn't have like much. We're not gonna improvements. Self improvement. That's why I changed many school, and so you can have personal development, right? Professional development as well, which
Yeah.
is very important for teachers. To Teachers have to continuously learn,
Yeah.
because I'm going to finish quickly, and then I let you on that, Stu. Yeah, especially for me, because I've been teaching, I mean, from kindergarten, then primary school, then slowing, from kindergarten, primary school, you got to be very active, right? And then, especially if you're an ESL teacher in China, you get to move all the time. So then when you arrive at the kind of age, and then you say, like, you know what, I don't want to do that all my life, right? I want to learn more stuff. So it's very important to continuously, yeah, if you have the opportunity to, the school gives you some trainings, I will say, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Many schools
something.
do not offer that.
Yeah. The ones that don't offer training are the ones. Well, I wouldn't say avoid them, because a lot of schools don't. But I mean, if no schools offer training, then put yourself forward to do the training. Take that lead. Run a workshop for other
Exactly.
teachers. Yeah, speak to other teachers, and ask to watch their classes. Let them come and watch you. Maybe you're doing something, and another teacher sitting at the back making notes could see something that you never noticed to improve your teaching. And like you say, Mike, this is all like CPD, continuous professional development, and it's something all
Yeah.
teachers should do. And there's something that's very real, and it's called pedagogical stagnation, where you stagnate as a teacher. Maybe you're working in the same type of school for too long. Maybe you're working, for example, in a kindergarten, and you use the same songs, you use the same kind of flashcards, the same methods, and you don't push yourself to learn more, and you stagnate as an educator. And the methods that you use, uh, you you become bored with what you're doing, and that affects your teaching. So by doing continuous professional development, it could be doing webinars or watching a live stream like this is developing your skills for the people that are watching. It could be reading books, it could be listening to podcasts. There's lots of free ways that we can develop our skills. Well, there's lots of paid ways. You could join like seminars and things like that, or take a CELTA course or something like that. There are so many ways that we can develop ourselves professionally, and it's very important if you plan to go into TEFL management. So maybe you work in a school, you want to get into become a senior teacher or a director of studies, an academic manager. It's important that you identify ways to continually develop yourself and to improve your skills and your knowledge. And yeah, so you can get into higher paid jobs. You're better at your job. You're able to give teachers advice. So yeah, always try to develop yourself. Yeah, it's something that we should all, obviously, you know, we haven't all got the time, but if you can find the time, it's something that we should try to do.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Lina, for your question. Yeah, it's very, very important to, you know, go to the next step. I think, as you know, you always to want to evolve in your job, right? You don't want to be staying at the same place all the time. Thanks to and Mike for raising such an important, crucial topic of teachers' development. Yeah, we have in my school where I'm at, we have PD regularly, and that's pretty awesome. I like it.
Yeah, a lot of schools that may not have as much PD as you would like.
Exactly.
There may be many reasons for that. You know, maybe the school's very busy. Maybe they don't put an emphasis on it that they should do. But again, this is something that you can change yourself by just going to each other, doing peer observation. So maybe Mike, I'll say to you, right, hey Mike, I'm free period 5. Can I come in and watch your class? You know, can I make notes? So where you stand, what your interactions are, how much student talking time there is, could there be more, should there be less, you know, and I can just make notes and then go over that with you the next day, and then you come and watch me, and then you say the things that you like or don't like with my classes, and that helps. Or set up a workshop. Yeah, you can like pick up how to teach vocabulary, how to focus on pronunciation, how to maximize the space in your classroom. Are there things that we can do? And by getting teachers together to talk about that in a workshop, this is great professional development, really good PD.
Exactly. Thank you so much. That was uh, every time we had a live. Pavel will be always here. So big shout out to Pavel. Really awesome. Thank you so much for being here today in the live. Great. So yeah, next live maybe is gonna be next week. I hope I'll be back to school. I will have that is gonna be a Sunday for next live. So, but it's gonna be fine. At least I'll be back home with my environment because you know when you change, you bring your stuff, and then you know it's never easy, but we had to do it today. It's you know October 1st, and then as well for Stu, he's not in his own environment, so yeah, you know.
No, I've been moving around. So I've been moving around like crazy these last few weeks. So
Yes.
yeah, just started to settle down. But I like doing these lives. I like reaching out and meeting and talking with other teachers.
Yeah, it's very important to share our experience. Uh, so that was. It's always nice to be with you, especially Stuart, because you know I don't feel lonely. I made so many lives alone. You know, sometimes it's not easy. You know, you get a tempo in the life. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
fine. And I
Actually,
hope you guys like it too.
that video that you showed from the webinar the other day, Mike, when we did the lesson planning webinar, and thank you everybody
Yes,
again for signing up for that. We should be doing another one in a few weeks' time. But
sure.
there was something that was raised in that quick video that you showed. There was about rewards, um, rewarding students like for doing well, and this is something that is actually up for debate. Like, you know, how should we reward? How much should we reward? In what
And how.
ways? And how? Yeah,
Exactly.
how? Basically, I'm a big believer in having reward systems, but they must be used in the right way. So, what kind of things do you do, Mike? If do you have reward systems? How do you do things?
Yeah, but because I do teach English literacy for grade 7 and 8, but I do teach French. After 20 years of teaching English, I finally teach my native language, which was French, and was quite something. Frankly, I prefer to teach English. That's incredible, but no,
Bruh.
That's the funny one. That's the funny part. But no, yeah. Last time I've been talking about gamify to gamify your class, and so I use a simple leaderboard in my class, and there's a leaderboard. Yeah, I don't have the link. Oh, yes, it's on my other computer. But next time I can bring that up. We can make a topic about how to gamify your classroom, which is interesting. There's some teachers back in America who are working like really deeply on it. I mean, all the points, all the I mean the assessment, assignments, they all have. It's all about points. For me, I didn't do it that much because there's still not ESL students, but FSL students, French as a second language. So, even third, we're going to say. So it's going to be FTL. And, so I use that leaderboard, which it's online, so you can add points. Uh, it's very simple, but I gave them uh, rules. I mean, not rules. I mean, like they know that when they work in class, they have a coursework. If they finish the coursework on time, they have 2,000 XP, experience point, right? And if they cooperate in the classroom, I mean, if they answer my question, if they raise their hand, if they uh, about their behavior, they're gonna have 500 each class. They can have like 2,500 points, and then comes the homework that as well. You can choose how many points you want to give them, and then when they reach a level of points. They're gonna reach maybe around. They didn't reach level one, very close, but you can set up at 10,000 points. They like big numbers in here. If you give 5, 10, they don't care. It's supposed to be like when they play games, they now the students that we have in front of us are a screen generation. So you gotta be trying to mm, use other ways, like gamifying your classroom, which would be new ways. And then, so in the classroom, I give them these points. And when they reach level one, they on the leaderboard that I have online, they have an avatar. And when they reach the level, I'm gonna make their avatar changing. Okay, their little pictures. I say, you give me a little picture, and I'm gonna use AI to transform it during the different level, or and make it like, wow, that's cool. Or I wanted to make it like a real avatar, like I mean the whole body, because on the small picture is just like your Facebook, little avatar. It's very very small. So I want to change it and make it like the full body when after they reach levels, because they know maybe the first level is going to be the manga. I don't know. They love that. Some of the kind of high school student manga style, Japanese style, Japanese drawing style called manga. So that, and then you can try with AI. you know your students, you know what they like, you can try to make it change, and then the students going to feel, oh yeah, that's cool, I can't wait for level 3, you know. So they're going to go up and up, level 2, level 3, and since I've been using it in the class, my students are grade mixed class, so I get grade 10, grade 11 with grade 12. Since I put this leaderboard on on the board, I mean on the the screen, kids are like, "Hey, teacher, how much I got? How much I got?" Yeah, and then they're gonna ask why, and then they're gonna be interesting in knowing why I didn't do good, or they want to do good. So it's going to engage them in the classroom because they want to have these points. And remember one thing, I do not take points away. I never, like, for example, oh, you didn't do your homework, I'm taking 500 points. No, never. I'm
Mm,
just not giving points.
mm. And have you found, by doing that, Mike, have you found that behaviour has improved?
Oh
Are
yeah.
there
Oh
are there
yeah.
instances of less bad behaviour now?
Less bad behavior. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Less bad behavior, and students that wouldn't talk in a class, they would be like, yeah, because I put it like it's a game, it looks like a game. The leaderboard looks like the leaderboard they have on their game, so they, when you put this on the screen, I roll down, and sometime I say, oh, number 1 is blah blah blah, number 2 is blah blah blah, so they want to compete. The leaders, they would try to even do better, so it's gonna take all others who are like, yeah, me too,
Mm,
and some of them, they give me their work late, so they don't have points. So they go down the leaderboard, and others
yeah,
who were not using, that's why I don't like to take points away. uh, I let them, grow, so that they can have points. There is no too much gap, so that the kids feel like, oh man, no, I won't be able to reach it. No, uh, I want everybody to feel like, yeah, I can make it.
that's
As if
the key thing, is like making everyone feel like they're part of something, and they want to please you. They want to please the teacher. Their behaviour improves. Their interactions with each other improve. Um, if someone, there's a feeling of encouragement, and that everyone encourages each other to improve, and this is what I think a good reward system will give. And another thing I like to do, Mike, also, I make teams. So let's say there's 4 different teams. So if one student is having a bad day, it happens, and we, not, for whatever reason, things can be happening. The team can
Sure.
pull together, and if I set a homework task, and one student doesn't do the homework, then what I do, the whole team doesn't score points. I won't,
Exactly.
again, like you, I won't take them away, but and then what that will do, that through peer encouragement, that the students are much more likely to complete homework tasks because they feel that they've let down their team. And I don't set homework just because. There's always a reason for the homework. It could be to review something, it could be to preview something, but it has a
And
point
true.
behind it. So the reason I'm setting homework, I want the students to do the homework basically, and by having a team, they're more likely to complete it as a team. And they all do complete it as a team, and the team gets points for all doing the homework. Again, it builds that community spirit, and that's what I hope that reward systems will achieve, that community spirit, and also to decrease instances of poor behaviour.
Exactly. Yeah. We had. I love his name. Fat Pigeons Lover. That's a good one. Okay. And then, yeah, but that's true. Yeah, that's when you love your job, you're willing to give your time, right? I've been thinking of it because, students on grade 10, 11, and 12 back in China, they're very shy. So it's not they're very shy, they're just like, and especially international schools, so where students are very wealthy, they're like, eh, you know what? So I use relationship with them. I really care of them. First of all, I'm someone who's like that with my students. So, it's more relation. I'm not like the strict guy, but if you mess with me, you're not gonna be my best friend. That's for sure. But there's respect, right? It's like in life, relationship in a social level, and then so you know they they love it. And yeah, I love to do this because I know they love it, and I know it's if it works, well, that's bingo. Because it's I'm an elective teacher, which means like French is they have it's an option, they choose it, right? So I should be thankful for for my students to choose for having chosen French, So, but no, they love it. It's very interesting, and yeah. Although I honestly admire the score system you have built, I said that students' brains learning the language became a tool instead of a goal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the kids have there's an evolution. It has to have an evolution in education. So with this uh, for now, this leaderboard is going fine so far, but I still have to working on it.
Yeah. But I mean, the principle is there because, let's say there's many teachers out there that aren't very tech savvy. They don't have the interactive whiteboards. They've got the
Exactly.
bare minimum of resources. You can do this without tech. I used to get I'd get like A1 paper. I'd join it together with sticky tape to make this really giant poster, and I'd make like a bar chart. And each
Yeah.
class, I'd have a red team, blue team, yellow team, and the green team, and I'd make name badges with the different colours so they have a visual identity in the classroom as well. And that helps for kids that are being naughty and it's hard to remember, especially if you work in a public school. You've got so many names. It helps you to
Oh yeah.
remember the name. You can quickly look. Oh, Jonathan, stop talking. Okay, and then Jonathan will look. But you've got these different color badges, and at the end of every class, I would tally up how many points and add it to the bar chart and put and have it in the classroom. So you're doing it just with paper and colored pens, and it works just as well. And the students misbehave less. They're happier. They're motivated. They want to be in your class, and they like your classes better than all of their other classes. And through these lovely scoring systems, they work well.
That's true. That's recording system. Thank you very much, Pavel. Very welcome. Very nice. Uh, we, you know, rewarding system is a very important stuff for sure in your classroom. And yeah, there are many ways to do it. You can go check out online on TEFL Lemon or even on Mike's Home ESL. We have many of this kind of a reward system.
Yeah, there's a good
Uh,
one. Any of you guys do have an interactive whiteboard in your classes, there's a very good one called Class Dojo.
oh
Um,
yeah,
so, and it's like a learner management system. You can you can send homework back to the parents. You can communicate. You can keep records. You can uh, mark down assessment, and it helps you. It's a great teaching tool. Class Dojo, I think it's classdojo.com or something. In that, the students can be put into teams. You can have them individually if you like, and they collect points again. and you can literally just assign points by tapping on the avatar. Students can pick their own avatar. It can even be a little them, or it can be a little kind of UFO or something, a little alien, little monster. And they can use their points to buy different avatars. If they want a little change, they have to do well in class, earn the points, and then they can spend it in different ways within the app.
Yeah, class. Oops.
I think Class Dojo. I'm pretty sure it's Class Dojo. Yeah.
Yeah. Class Dojo. That's true. All right. It's going to be the end for today. It's 10 p.m. Thank you so much, Stu, for being here today. The next live is going to be next week, same time, 9 p.m. Beijing time. And what time is it for you over there in London? 3 p.m.
It's about to be 3 p.m.
That's
on
it.
so
Okay.
I've still got daylight.
Not
temporarily.
me.
But the winter's coming, so every night the evening is getting closer each day. It
Yeah,
won't last forever.
true. Great. Thank you very much for your time, Stu. I hope to see you next week.
No problem at all. Looking forward to it, mate. And thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you for your questions. Thank you, Lena, Catalina, Pavel, as always, Fat Pigeon Lover. Thank you very much. And Rajesh just arrived saying hi, but we got to say goodbye. Thank you so much. Don't miss the next live next week, 9 p.m. Beijing time, 3 p.m. in London. The ESL live stream, your live stream. See you, Stu. You can
See you
say
later.
bye-bye to everyone as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.